Welcome to Suri Daily English, the podcast, a leading English podcast channel.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Suri Daily English. I am so happy you are here with us today. I'm Suri, your English teacher, and today we have a very special, very practical lesson for you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex, and I am ready to learn. What are we talking about today, Suri?
Well, Alex, one of the most common questions people ask when they meet is, "How was your day?" Or "What do you do every day?" It's a great way to start a conversation. So let me ask you, Alex, tell me about your typical day.
Oh, easy. My day. Okay. I wake up. I eat breakfast. I go to work. I come home. I sleep.
That is a very good start, Alex. Your grammar is correct. You used the right verbs.
Thank you. I practiced those.
But does it feel like a real story, or does it feel a little bit like a robot reading a list?
Okay, yes. It sounds exactly like a robot. I wake up. I eat. It is a little boring.
That is okay. That is why we are here today. We're going to take those simple sentences and make them sound natural, interesting, and personal. Today, we are going to build your language toolbox.
A language toolbox? Are we building a house?
We are building your English skills. Think of it this way. To build a good sentence, you need the right tools. Today, I am going to give you 3 special tools to help you describe your day perfectly. And by the end of this video, you will be able to tell the story of your day like a native speaker.
I love that idea. Open the toolbox, Suri. What is tool number 1?
Tool number 1 is the foundation. It is the simple present tense.
Oh, tense. Grammar words always make my brain freeze a little bit.
Don't worry, Alex. Simple present is truly simple. We use it to talk about habits, things you do every day, routines. For example, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I drink water.
Oh, so what I did earlier was correct?
Yes, but to make it sound human, we add details. Let me show you my morning routine as an example. I wake up at 6 a.m. I drink a glass of warm lemon water. I stretch for 10 minutes, and then I check my planner.
Wow, 6 a.m., lemon water, stretching. Suri, your morning sounds so peaceful. My morning is not like that.
That is the beauty of it, Alex. Everyone's day is different. Now, use tool number 1. Describe your real morning to me. Add some details.
Okay, let's be honest. I wake up at 7:30 a.m. I look for my glasses. I stare at the ceiling. I smell the coffee machine. I run to the shower.
Fantastic! I look for my glasses. I stare at the ceiling. These are wonderful details. You are using the simple present tense perfectly because these are your habits.
Well, they are my habits most of the time. But sometimes I sleep late, and sometimes I can't find my glasses at all.
Ah, Alex, you just naturally introduced tool number 2 for our language toolbox.
I did? I am a genius. What is tool number 2?
Tool number 2 is the adverbs of frequency.
Okay, the genius is confused. What are adverbs of frequency?
They are magic words that tell us how often you do something. The most common ones are always, usually, sometimes, and never.
Always, usually, sometimes, never. Got it.
Always means 100% of the time. Never means 0%. Usually is about 80% and sometimes is around 50%. And here's the rule. We put these words before the main action.
Before the action. So I say, I always drink coffee, not I drink always coffee.
Exactly. I always drink coffee. Perfect. Now let's upgrade your morning story with these new tools.
Okay, let's look at the real story. I always hit the snooze button on my alarm clock 3 times. I usually take a fast shower. I sometimes have a real breakfast with eggs, but when I'm late, my breakfast is just coffee and hope, and I never wake up feeling full of energy like you do, Suri.
Coffee and hope. That is hilarious, Alex, and very natural. See how much better your story is now? It has personality.
Yeah, it feels like I'm actually talking, not just reading a textbook.
And to all our listeners watching right now, I have a question for you. Think about your morning. What is one thing you always do, and what is one thing you never do? Take a moment to think. Maybe you always check your phone. Maybe you never eat breakfast. Practice using those words in your mind.
I bet a lot of people always check their phones first.
I think you're right. Now, Alex, your sentences are great, but if you just say, I always hit snooze, I usually shower, I sometimes eat, it still sounds a little bit like a list.
Oh no, I'm a robot again.
Not a robot, but to make your story flow like water, we need tool number 3, the sequencing words.
The connectors.
Yes, words like first, then, next, after that, and finally. These words act like glue. They hold your sentences together.
First, then, next, after that, finally. This seems very useful.
Let's practice together. We'll build a story. I will give you the sequencing word, and you tell me what you do. Ready?
Born ready. Let's do this.
First,
First, I wake up and immediately drink a big glass of water.
great. Then,
Then I put on my running shoes and go for a quick jog. Wait, that's a lie. Then I slowly walk to the kitchen and make a very strong coffee.
much more believable. Next,
Next, I take a shower and get dressed for work.
after that,
After that, I grab my bag, check my pockets for my keys, and leave the apartment.
and finally,
Finally, I run to the bus stop because I'm usually late.
Alex, that was fantastic. Do you hear how natural that sounded? First, I wake up, then I make coffee, next, I shower, after that, I grab my bag, and finally, I run to the bus. That is a perfect English story.
Wow, it really does sound different. It sounds like a movie of my morning.
Exactly. Now let's move to the middle of the day, the afternoon. This is where everyone's routine is very different based on their work or school. Let me show you my afternoon routine first, as a model.
Let me guess. It is super organized and healthy.
Well, I try. Come. I usually start my classes at 9 a.m. I teach English until noon. Then, at 12:30, I always eat lunch. I usually bring a homemade salad or soup. After that, I check my emails and prepare for the next day. It is very structured.
You eat at exactly 12:30 every day?
Almost every day, yes. It helps me stay focused. What about you, Alex? Tell us about your workday. Use your tools. Simple present, adverbs of frequency, and sequencing words.
Okay, my workday is an adventure. I arrive at the office around 9:15. First, I say hello to everyone. Then I open my computer and look at my emails. I usually have 3 or 4 meetings.
And what about lunch?
Lunch is completely spontaneous. Sometimes I eat at 12, sometimes at 2 p.m. I never cook my own lunch like you, Suri. I usually buy a sandwich from the cafe, or if I'm very stressed, I buy pizza.
Pizza is good for stress. Notice how you used sometimes at the beginning of the sentence there. Sometimes I eat at 12. That is a special rule for sometimes and usually. You can put them at the start of the sentence for variety.
Really? So I can say, I usually buy a sandwich, or usually I buy a sandwich.
Yes, exactly. It makes your speaking sound very natural. Listeners, remember that tip. Sometimes and usually are flexible tools.
I like flexible tools. So my afternoon is busy. I work, I drink more coffee, and finally at 5:30 p.m., I turn off my computer. Freedom.
Freedom, the best part of the day, the evening. The evening is when we relax and recharge. For me, my evening is my quiet time. First, I cook a light dinner. After that, I always read a book for at least 1 hour. No screens, no phone. Finally, I go to bed at 10 p.m.
10 p.m.? I'm a baby at 10 p.m. My evening is just getting started.
See, we are so different. Tell the audience about your evening, Alex.
Well, first I commute home. The bus is always crowded. When I get home, I change into comfortable clothes. Then I make dinner. Sometimes I cook pasta, but I usually order takeout.
And after dinner, do you read books?
I read subtitles on Netflix. After that, I watch a movie or play video games. But I want to be a good student, so I sometimes study English for 20 minutes. Finally, I go to bed around midnight.
Studying English, that is a fantastic habit to have, even just for 20 minutes.
It is. And look at that. I used all the tools: simple present, adverbs of frequency, and the sequencing words.
You did. And now, Alex, it is time for the ultimate test, the full Toolbox challenge.
Uh-oh, the big test. Am I ready?
You are definitely ready. I want you to tell the audience the complete story of your typical day, from morning to night. Put all the pieces together.
Okay, deep breath. Here goes the story of a typical day in the life of Alex. First, I wake up at 7:30 a.m. I always hit the snooze button because I love sleeping. Then I drag myself to the kitchen and make coffee. I usually skip breakfast because I'm in a hurry.
Excellent start. Keep going.
Next, I go to work. I usually take the bus. At work, I check emails and attend meetings. I sometimes eat pizza for lunch with my coworkers. After that, I finish my tasks, and finally, I leave the office at 5:30 p.m.
Perfect transition to the evening.
When I get home, I always change into my sweatpants. Then I make dinner while watching TV. I sometimes study English with Suri's videos. Finally, I brush my teeth, check my phone one last time, and go to bed at midnight.
Wow. Alex, high five. That was absolutely perfect.
I did it! It felt like a real conversation. It didn't feel like a grammar test at all.
That's because grammar is just a tool to help you share your life. You told us your story, and it was relatable, funny, and clear. To everyone watching, did you see how Alex used the words to connect his day? He didn't use big, complicated words. He used simple words, but he used them well.
And if I can do it, anyone can do it, even if your morning is a little chaotic like mine.
Exactly. Progress is the goal, not perfection. Now, let's do a quick review of the language toolbox we built today.
Tool number 1, the simple present tense. We use it for habits and routines. I wake up, I eat, I work.
Tool number 2, adverbs of frequency. Words like always, usually, sometimes, and never. Remember, they go before the action verb. I always drink coffee.
And tool number 3, sequencing words. First, then, next, after that, and finally. The glue that holds the story together.
You are officially a master of the daily routine, Alex. And now I have a challenge for our wonderful audience.
Uh-oh, homework, but the fun kind.
Yes. In the comments below, I want you to use your new tools to describe your typical day in just one powerful sentence.
One sentence, like a summary.
Exactly. For example, you could write, I usually have a very busy morning at the office, but after that, I always relax with my family in the evening.
Or you could write, I always wake up late, then I drink 5 coffees, and finally I survive the day.
That works too. We want to read your real stories. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Practice is the only way to make progress.
This was so helpful, Suri. My language toolbox feels heavy in a good way.
I'm so glad, Alex. Thank you all for joining us today on Suri Daily English. Remember to keep practicing, keep smiling, and we'll see you in the next lesson.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.